Welcome back, Cougar fans. My name is Lindley Southern with CUCougars.com, and this is your Cougar Press Pass. The men's volleyball team played one game this week. They traveled to MSOE to take on the Raiders in round one of the NAC tournament, where they fell 3-1. Tyler Holobeck led the charge with 21 kills, 14 digs, and 1 service ace on the night. Elijah Mosher picked up 36 assists and 1 service ace. Jackson Stella picked up a team-high 2 aces and added 7 kills. This concludes their season. The baseball team played 4 games this week. They traveled to Aurora University on Thursday, where they split the doubleheader. They won Game 1 2-1. Tyler Crater was the lone Cougar with multiple hits, going 2 for 4 at the plate. Richie Sperando and Tyler Dorsch each recorded an RBI single. Ryan Ranella was CUC's starting pitcher, throwing for 6 innings with 3 strikeouts and 1 run. Bryce Jones came in the 7th, pitching 2 innings with 2 hits and 2 strikeouts, getting the win on the mound. Caden Bort closed out the final inning, securing the save. In Game 2, the Cougars fell 3-1. Dorsch had a day at the plate, going 3 for 4, scoring a solo home run. Michael Kasich went 1 for 4, while Yashawn Boswell and Buckley each went 1 for 3 at the plate. Dylan Ferraro and Linko worked on the mound in Game 2. They then traveled to Marian University on Saturday, where they won both games of the doubleheader. In Game 1, they won 4-2. Boswell led at the plate, going 3 for 4 as the only Cougar to pick up multiple hits in the game, while also adding 1 RBI. Crater went 1 for 4 at the plate, while driving in a team-high 2 RBIs. Dylan Scott went 7 innings on the mound, only allowing 2 runs with 5 strikeouts in his 26 batters faced. Benjamin Teachin and Jones each pitched 1 inning of relief to close the game. In Game 2, the Cougars won 14-7. Dorsch led in Game 2, going 2 for 6 at the plate with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Kasich did some damage, going 2 for 5 at the plate with 3 runs of his own. Mahler was the only other Cougar to collect multiple hits in the game, going 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Boswell and Buckley each collected 3 RBIs on 1 hit with 1 run of their own. Dom Owens picked up 2 runs and 1 RBI with no hits on the day after being walked 3 times. 5 arms dealt for the Cougars with Michael Southard, Elliot Higgins, Jack Carroll, Linko, and Bork all contributing for a total of 8 strikeouts. Baseball will be back in action on Tuesday, where they will host Rockford University for another NAC doubleheader. The softball team played 4 games this week. They took on Marian University at home on Saturday for a doubleheader where they won both games. They won 1-0 in Game 1. Jessica Gang scored the Cougars' lone run, going 1 for 2 at the plate. Maya Lorenas, Michaela Morris, and Arissa Santos each recorded a hit, with Morris picking up the lone RBI of the game. Ashley Schroll pitched all 7 innings for CUC, securing the win with 3 strikeouts on 28 batters faced, only allowing 3 hits. In Game 2, the Cougars won 8-2. Schroll went a perfect 3 for 3 from the plate with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Caitlin Smith also had 3 hits, 1 run scored, and an RBI. Alyssa Campos, Santos, and Morris each also had multiple hits during the game. Megan Buska got the win in the circle, pitching 6 innings with 1 strikeout. They then traveled to Rockford University on Sunday, where they also won both games of the doubleheader. In Game 1, the Cougars won 9-3. Morris went 3 for 4 at the plate with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Morris collected a single, double, and a triple in the game. Emily Garcia also went 3 for 4 at the plate and collected 2 runs. Garcia also collected a single, double, and triple in the game. Buska picked up her 5th win of the season, throwing 4.2 innings while giving up no runs and picking up 4 strikeouts in her 18 batters faced. In Game 2, the Cougars won 6-4 in 10 innings. Garcia continued her hot streak in Game 2, going 4 for 5 at the plate with 2 runs scored and 1 RBI. Santos went 3 for 5 at the plate with 2 RBIs and 1 run scored. 3 arms worked in the circle, with Alyssa Lopez pitching 4 innings with 2 strikeouts, Campos pitching 3 innings with 1 strikeout, and Eden Pufal pitching 3 innings and collecting her 2nd win of the season. Softball will be back in action on Wednesday, where they will travel to MSOE to take on the Raiders. The men's tennis team played 4 games this week. They traveled to the College of DuPage for an exhibition match where they won 6-3. The duo of Colin Dickey and Reynaldo Leal picked up the first point of the day for the Cougars, winning their match 8-5. Sam Smith and Nathan Stringer picked up an 8-3 win in their match to put the Cougars up 2-0. Rounding out the sweep for the Cougars was the duo of Kevin Bolins and Kyle Pelzik, who won their match 8-4. In singles, Smith would pick up the first point for the Cougars. Bolins would pull through for a 6-1 and 6-2 victory to put the Cougars up 5-3. Diego Lufsky would sweep both sets in his match and secure the 6-3 win for the Cougars. They then hosted Lakeland University on Friday, where they won 7-0. Dickey and Leal made quick work of their opponents, winning 6-2. Finishing next were Pelzik and Bolins at number 2 doubles, taking the match 6-1. Bolins made quick work of his opponent at number 3 singles, winning in 2 6-0 sets. Stringer took the point at first singles, winning 6-0 and 6-2. At fourth singles, Lufsky battled for the first set win 6-3, and then cruised to a 6-1 victory in set 2 for the point. At second singles, Smith fought hard for every point. He won the first set 6-4 before falling in set 2 6-3. In his third set, Smith dug deep and came out on top 10-6. They then traveled to Concordia University, Wisconsin to take on the Falcons, where they fell 7-0. At first doubles, Dickey and Leal were able to snag some games but fell 6-2. In singles, Stringer and Smith took one game in their first sets, at second and fourth singles respectively. However, they both fell by the same scoreline, 6-1 and 6-0. For their last game of the week, they took on Wisconsin Lutheran College at home, where they fell 4-3. There were many hard-fought battles in doubles, but no duo was able to pick up a point. Smith picked up the Cougars' first point of the match at four singles. After falling 6-3 in set 1, he bounced back to take sets 2 and 3, 6-4, claiming the point. Lufsky defeated his opponent 6-3, 6-0 at number 6 singles for CUC's second point. After falling 6-3 in set 1 at fifth singles, Bolins came back to win 6-4 in the next two sets to secure another point for the Cougars, but they ultimately fell short. Men's tennis will be back in action on Wednesday, where they will play their last regular season game against Illinois Tech. Both track and field teams competed in the Cougar Invitational this weekend. This was the first time since 2019 that Concordia hosted a track meet. It also served as senior day for John Cano, Adrian Mendez, CJ Morris, Trayvon Thomas, Jersey Allen, Anaya Isom, Ari Cope, Ariel Martinez, Tegan Ose, Eve Shelton, and Deja Wilson. On the men's side, the team placed first with 236 points. There were 7 first-place finishes for the Cougars on the day. Austin Knight picked up a first-place finish in the 100-meter and the 200-meter with a PR. Miguel Sanchez picked up a new PR in the 400-meter. This is the first time a Cougar runner has ran under 50 seconds in the 400-meter since 2014. Jamel Goins picked up a first-place finish in the 400-meter hurdles. Darius Stroller picked up a first-place finish in the high jump. Dayton Murley picked up a first-place finish in the pole vault. The 4x400-meter relay team, consisting of Sanchez, Vincent Scarnato, Goins, and Knight, picked up a first-place finish with a time of 3 minutes and 26 seconds. The 4x100-meter relay team, consisting of Scarnato, Julian Switzer, Sanchez, and Knight, picked up a new school record, breaking the 8-year-old existing record. Many Cougars also picked up PRs on the day. On the women's side, the Cougars also placed first with 186 points. 6 Cougars picked up first-place finishes on the day. Izzy Fairless placed first in the 800-meter with a PR. Norsa Moore placed first in the high jump. Isom placed first in the long jump with a PR. Emma Nickerson placed first in the pole vault. The 4x100 relay team, consisting of Allen, Isom, Shelton, and Wilson, placed first. The 4x400-meter relay team, consisting of Ose, Brianna Walters, Addie McKee, and Fairless, placed first. Both teams will be back in action next week for the Green and White Invitational in Milwaukee. The dance team traveled to Daytona Beach, Florida for nationals. In the preliminary round, they competed in both the Palm and Team Performance categories. Their Palm performance would give them a 4th-place finish to advance to the finals for the first time in program history. In the finals, they secured a 4th-place finish. This concludes their season. The cheer team also traveled to Daytona Beach, Florida for nationals. They finished 4th in the preliminary round to advance to the finals and finished 5th in the final. This concludes their season. Esports defeated St. Vincent Gold 4-1 and will wait to see if they will secure a spot in nationals. Coverage for all of our sports can be found at cucougars.com/coverage. My name is Lindley Southern, and this has been your Cougar Press Pass. Roll Cougs!